Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to this live Monday Momentum mini workshop. Now, I've got some kind of like Beyonce thing with my hair going on because I've got this little tiny fan. If you don't know, in the UK right now, we're having a bit of a heat wave, and I'm sat in a big log cabin. So, yay for me. Hello, Annika. Hello, Dicky Bird Designs, Ash Pitchfork, Dan's Crystal, Natasha Clark Art. Initial Me Store, Peaches and Tea Perks, Secretly Sleeved, hello. Cute Crafty Creations, hello. So if you're new here, let me know. Oh, and there is Meg. Hello, Meg. How are you? Are you hot? Because I'm hot. Let me know if you guys want you need to give StreamYard permission if you're watching on Facebook. However, if you don't, it will just come up like this, which just says Facebook user. If you're watching on Instagram, there's all sorts of slides and things that go along with this. So if you want the full experience, do join our Facebook group. The link for that is in the bio if you need it. So finally I can catch a live. Amazing. Awesome. Little Nest Creative, Freya Fisher, Little Nest, hello Little Nest, Sajal Creative, Verified Mud, hello everyone, hi. So let me know where you are watching from. Let me know if it's hot where you guys are. And also let me know what it is that you sell. If you're new here, let me know. And then if you're watching on the replay, play along, #replay, play along as if it's live, because I do still go in and read and respond to the comments. So let me know, what is it that you sell and why? Tell me. And I'm looking for more than just because I'm good at it or because I want to make more money. We're always after that deeper reason as to why we sell what we sell. Lisa's Creations, hello. Palette and Page, hello. Vicky Riley Illustrations, hello everyone. So let me know what it is that you sell and why. So I'm just going to pop a little banner up. There we go. So what do you sell and why do you sell what you sell? Let me know. Hi Tamsin, hello. Palette and Page, hello. I think I've read that one out already. These comments are going so fast. I'm like scrolly. So just while we're waiting for people to catch up, I'm just gonna, if you guys are new here, hello, my name is Steph, and I am a handmade and creative business expert, and I'm specialized in helping those who want to scale their business to 4 and 5 figure months without having to give up all of their time, right? So let me know if you are new here. Give everyone a big warm welcome, and I love the fact that you guys are here. So let me just catch up on Instagram. Amber's Baked Goods, I sell brownies and cakes, next to no orders at the moment. That's okay, it's a journey, that's what you're here for. I sell these because I like spreading positivity and being a part of the celebrations. Love it. That's amazing. Lauren says, hi, I'm Lauren and I sell handmade dice bags and stationery for organizing D&D. Love that. Amazing. That is unusual. We've not had anything like that before. So that is really unusual. I absolutely love that. So again, let me know. Peaches and Tea says polymer clay earrings, accessories, and craft kits. I love seeing people wearing my creations. Yes. I still remember the first time that I walked down the street and I saw someone wearing one of my necklaces. I was like, I regret not going up to them and being like, did you know that I made that? But I never did. And I really regret that. So just while we're waiting for others to hop on, I'm just going to, if you're watching on Facebook, you'll see the slide up on the screen right now. If you're not, then you won't. However, we're just going to celebrate some wins inside of HBSA, which is the Handmade Bosses Success Academy. So Lindsay has simplified her listings and using the copy method that she's allowed to list 20 Christmas listings over the last 2 days compared to 15 a month, and also designed another 75 products ready to list. So you can really see that actually, like, a lot of what I teach, if you guys are like worried, you're thinking like, oh God, like how am I gonna scale this business when I'm already working flat out? It doesn't have to be like that. All of the methods that I teach, you know, in HBSA and in these lives, I'm really chill. If you guys have like been with me for a while, or you know me, or you sent me voice notes, and if you're watching as well, send me a DM, let me know your goals. I'd love to hear from you. But I am someone who I value freedom, right? I don't really teach anything that involves like having to slog away for hours on end. So if you're watching and you're like, I don't want to slog, I want an easy business that makes easy money that I feel happy and free about, then you are in the right place. Dan's Crystal says, I sell crystal impacts that have been put together to focus the crystal energies to heal in my second month. Awesome. I love that. Peaches and Tea says, yes, I love that feeling. My granddad overheard someone talking about their earrings that they got from me in Costa once. That was so cool. It is so cool. It's the most amazing feeling. Facebook user, hello. If you guys let me know if the fan is like making a weird noise in the ear pod or in the mic, but I am literally cooking alive in here, so I'm going to make this one reasonably quick. One of us is crocheting says, I've had a crochet Etsy shop for 4 months and I've only gotten 8 sales. You know what? Can we just celebrate that? Because although you're saying only gotten 8 sales, that is actually quite good going considering it's your first few weeks, months, right? A lot of the time people think that growth is a linear journey, and in fact it's not. It kind of does this, right? So the first couple of months, if you get a couple of sales, that's okay. You are on track. You're on your own journey, and you don't have to like compare yourself to others or say, oh, I've only gotten this amount. Like, just celebrate what you have got, learn from them, and stick with me, because that's what these lives are all about. And also, if you haven't watched the free training, I'm just going to pop up the thingy just for the Facebook peeps. There we go. So if you want to make more sales on Etsy, I've made a free training for you. The link for that is in the bio if you're watching on Instagram. And if you are watching on the Facebook group, it's handmadebosses.com/conversion. I've made a free training for you. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that up there for a couple of moments for you guys to grab. So we are all on our own journey, and don't forget as well, it is the summer, which is traditionally a slower kind of time of year. It doesn't have to mean that, and I'm going to be doing a live about that soon, where, you know, is it a slow month because we're accepting it's a slow month, or is it slow because it's genuinely slow? That one is up for debate. But anyway, Viv Moss says, I've started to have people visit my bricks and mortar shop and utter, "Ooh, I've seen this one on Instagram," is always a nice feeling. Yes, that is amazing. Yes. So 3 signs it's time to give up in your business. Let's get right into it. So we're going to go for about 10 to 15 minutes. We're going to have some comments. We're going to chat to you guys. So if you are wanting to get your comment in, get it in as soon as possible, because I'm cooking alive in here. I'm not going to lie. So I will make this one a little bit shorter than they usually are. So the first sign it's time to kind of give up in your business. Now, I just want to preface this by saying that giving up right before. So what tends to happen, and when I work a lot with one-to-one clients, is that everything gets kind of hard and it all seems to kind of come at once, and you're like, it's like an uphill journey. You're not getting any views, you're not getting any sales, and just when you feel like you need to give up, then is where the strength comes in, then is where the pivot is made. Because what tends to happen, right, is that we're in our comfort zones and we operate inside of this like 80-90% of the time. Does that make sense, right? And then what happens is that when things are getting harder, and that could be lack of sales, it could be too many sales, you know, whatever that is to you, we get so uncomfortable that the comfort zone no longer plays a part. Does that make sense, guys? So what ends up happening is you change, you pivot, you make those changes because you're so uncomfortable where you are now that the comfort zone is no longer calling you back. Even the comfort zone is like, yeah, I'm actually agreeing with you. Right? So now, when I say give up in your business, it could just be time for a pivot. And if you watch last week's live the same time, you should be able to watch it on Instagram, or if you're in Facebook, watch it on Facebook. Or if you're on my YouTube channel, which again, all of these are in the link in bio, then you can watch it on there as well. It may just mean that you need to pivot. Okay. It's very, very rare that it's like, right, okay, that's it. Like, even I'm saying for you to just give it up, right? It's quite rare that that is the case. A lot of the time we just feel uncomfortable because of various things. Okay. So the first sign is, are you trying to escape your business in any way you can. And I want you guys to pop in the comments if this is you. No shade. There is nothing wrong with just being like, right, okay, yeah, I'm feeling this right now. And don't forget as well that these are all signs that should have been happening for a long, long time. Don't do it if you've had like a day where, or like even a week or a month where you feel like you want to just escape from things. Yeah. Don't do it then, because obviously it just means that you might need a rest. It means that you're probably close to burnout. All these are signs that if they've been happening for like 6 months or more, then maybe it's time to think about doing a pivot or giving up that business. Okay. And there's no shame in that either. Sometimes businesses can come into our life for a reason or a season. Okay. And I always like say that because sometimes it's a stepping stone. Sometimes it's just that thing that gets you to the next level. All right. Does that make sense? And again, let me know in the comments if any of this resonates for you. So, are you trying to escape your business? And what I mean by this is, are you like throwing yourself into something else? Are you throwing yourself into an expensive hobby? Sorry, not an expensive hobby, an excessive hobby. This heat is getting to my brain. Or are you throwing yourself into something else? Are you procrastinating? Are you getting up in the morning and just being like, I don't really want to do this today? Or maybe like, it could even be like avoidance behavior, like such as overeating. It could be like you're just finding that you're reaching for those comfort foods a little bit more than perhaps you would have before. If I've missed your comment, guys, please do like pop it in again, because the comments are going quite fast, and like there's people joining and stuff like that. So it could be that you're just trying to avoid your business, and that is completely fine if you do, and if you are feeling like, right, okay, I'm reflecting now and I'm identifying that actually, yes, I am trying to avoid my business. Just take a note of it. There is nothing wrong with that. Okay. So that is sign number one, and let me know how, like, if this is you. One of us is crocheting. How many products do I need? It really depends. Again, it depends on who your target market is. We're not going to be necessarily talking about that today. I would say the more, like, when you first start out, the more products you have, the better, especially if you're keywording them differently, putting on different SEO hats and all of that kind of stuff. I would say, I mean, you don't really need a set amount of products, but you will get to that tipping point where the more products you have, the more views and visits you get. However, that only works if you aren't just copying them and using the same keywords, copying them, same keywords, copying them, same keywords. We want to broaden that. Okay. Lisa's creation says, I'm procrastinating. I find something else to distract myself so I don't need to face my business. Yes. And that is a big thing. So what is it about your business that you're trying not to face? For a lot of us, it's the financials, right? It's the financial side of it. Maybe, like, if you're in HBSA, you know that in phase 3 we do the data sheet, right? Maybe you're trying to avoid that. Maybe you're trying to just avoid looking at the finances. Maybe it's like the time when you fill out your spreadsheets or your QuickBooks or your tax forms, and you're just like, I'm just doing everything but doing this thing, right? Take a note of that, and don't judge yourself either, because it's completely okay. All right. So sign number 2 is that you have this inner sense of dread or hatred toward what you do. And I just want to caveat this by saying that your body never lies. Your body never lies. There's so much wisdom going on in your body, right? Because again, like, if you are having this inner sense of dread, or you're having this like pang of, oh, I really don't want to do this, or maybe like even when you think about creating new products or you think about posting on Instagram, it's like this inner kind of pang of dread. Now, I want to, again, like, it's really important to differentiate that between general being scared, general business anxiety, because if you are less than a year into your business, that is going to take up a lot of your time, because having a business might be outside of your comfort zone, and our lizard brains are trying to keep us where we are right now, because we know that we can stay alive where we are right now. Does that make sense? So it can be something that you struggle to find the difference between just being generally like slightly worried, slightly scared, excited, maybe anxious, versus like you just dread doing anything in your business. You hate your customers. You just don't want to do anything. Does that make sense? Is that clear as to like the difference? And it does depend Like some people, the difference can be really extreme. Some people, the difference can be quite small. And all this is why it's really important to have time where you just sit. I'm not talking about meditation. Like, we're not going to go deep into that, even though that's something that I do. But even just sit with like no phones, nothing to distract you, and just checking with yourself, checking how you feel, because these subtle shifts in our bodies can be so missed. And that's why we're stuck in indecision for like ages, because we're just thinking, right, I don't really know whether I hate my business, whether I'm just hating the amount of time I'm putting into it, or whether I just hate my routine around it, or whether I hate the finances around it, or whether I hate posting on social media. All those things don't mean you need to give up in your business. Does that make sense? Tales from Whisperwood, hello. Murphy Magic Cocker, hello. Claire Delpy, sorry if I've said that, by the way. I haven't got my glasses on, so the comments are really small. Lisa, hi Lisa. I took down all of my print on demand because I'm concerned that they will ship late, and it has happened a couple of times. I'm looking at them again and wanting to add back those items that sell well. My only concern the late dispatch, I assume that you mean there, pod, will affect my seller status. Yeah, so it could be just simply going in and just having a look and being like, right, okay, I need to switch supplier, and that's why I maybe hate things, and that's why I want to switch things up. Yeah. Tales from Whisperwood says hello. So number 3, okay, and if you're with me still, let me know, like, tell me if any of these are resonating, or maybe like there's some sense of relief. Maybe you came on here today thinking that maybe it was time to give up, but now you've heard what I've said, maybe you're thinking, okay, maybe I just need a pivot. Maybe things just quite not working the way I really wanted to. Something that we miss, right? And I'm going to ask you this question. If you take nothing else away from this live, I want you to just take this one thing away. And that is, you built this business, yeah, to have the life that you want, right? You are in control of what that looks like. Does that make sense? You are in complete control as to what that looks like. Don't go building your life around your business, because that's topsy-turvy. That's actually what we do in our jobs, right? If you have a 9-to-5 that you hate, then you resonate with this. And also, if you've read my book, then you know like my story around this. But like, so many people will have a job and they build their lives around their job. You know, when they wake up, when they go to sleep, when they go out for dinner, when they do this, when they do that, is all built around their job. So many of you are creating this business so that you can reverse that. You can create a business that works around your life. Yeah. Does that make sense? The Awkward Craft Room, Tamsin, hello. Every time I feel a bit fed up, it's usually because it's become too easy and I need to learn more stuff, training, coaching, etc., and pivot. Yes, and that is a perfect thing. If you are one of those people who need to be challenged, right? And I'm one of those people, I get bored and frustrated, and I completely get where you're coming from, Tamsin. It could just be that you might not actually hate your business. It could be that actually you just need a bit more of a challenge. Yeah, we are all so different. It's so hard for me to say like this is one thing that everyone should do, because we are all so different. Something that Tamsin wants to do might just like strike the fear of God into someone else. Does that make sense? Right? Murphy Magic says, I've been running my dog treat business, Doggy Delights, for 6.5 months, and I still can't get a steady flow of customers. Should I give up? So I don't know if you've been here for the beginning, but I would say go back and watch like the rest of this live if you've missed the beginning of it. But I would say it really depends, right? And this is all that we're talking about. Just because you're not getting sales, right? I'm gonna say this. Just because you're not getting sales doesn't mean you have to give up, right? Just because you've not got that steady stream of sales, it could mean that you just haven't hit the nail on the head. I mean, it could be a gajillion things, and that's what I am basically here for, right? That's what we do in HBSA and my one-to-one coaching. But basically, it can be a number of things. It could just be the message. It could be the connection. Maybe you're not connecting with your target audience. Maybe your target audience is wrong. Maybe you're posting in this place on social media, but actually your audience aren't hanging out there. They're not seeing you. They don't even know that you exist. They're actually hanging out over here on Pinterest or Instagram or Facebook. It could be any number of things, but please don't give up on your business solely based on the fact that you're not getting sales yet. Because especially if you are under a year old and you're saying, oh, like, I posted all that stuff online, I'm not really getting any views or sales. It could just be that you've not quite hit the nail on the head yet. It could be that actually you've not tried everything yet. It could be that you've not tried the right things. Does that make sense? But please, 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 if you have passion for your business, if you love what you do, if every time you get an order, you're like, yes, and you do a little happy dance and you feel so elated inside, hold on to that. Don't just give up just because you're not getting those sales, because it could just be a simple shift. All right. And again, to be honest, guys, if you want like a more in-depth like look around this, then I would say to go at handmadebosses.com/conversion, because that is where my workshop is, all about conversion rates, target audience. We are updating it. I'm actually recording it tomorrow. So if you want to wait like until the end of the week, I have like a new updated version. So mark that in your calendars. However, if you just want to get the bare bones information today, then go to the link in bio if you're watching on Instagram, because it will be there, and on Facebook, it's on the screen right now. So I just really want to make sure that you guys are aware that just because you're not getting sales right now, it doesn't mean that like everything is just give it up, because it took the best brands to start from zero and have nothing and do nothing. And they all started from nothing. Tesla started from nothing. McDonald's started from nothing. Tiffany's started from nothing. And it probably took them 6 months, 2 years, 3 years, whatever, before they got a name, before they got known, before they started getting like those influx of sales. Okay. Let me know if that resonates. Lisa, Steph has helped me a lot. Stay with it. Keep learning from her. Oh, thank you, Lisa. So even Lisa is like, yes, like it takes that time. It takes that effort. It takes that energy. And you know what? If you are not there right now, if you are tired, if you are exhausted, don't take it to mean to give up. Take it to mean that you need a good quality rest. It could be going for a walk, it could be doing yoga, it could be going for a swim, it could be getting a massage, it could be going away in a night in a hotel all by your lonesome self for a night. Okay, it can just be anything, but just please make sure that you don't give up based on solely not getting sales yet. Okay. So the third thing is, if you for 3 to 6 months have not got any new ideas or pangs of inspiration, because I know as creatives, I know every single one of you watching has that list, right? You have the list, you have list on the notes on your phone, a good old-fashioned pen and paper list. You have that list somewhere of all these ideas, right? I know you do. And if you've not got any new ideas or pangs of inspiration for 3 to 6 months, even up to a year, then maybe it's time to pivot, change. And it could be, if all else fails, then it's time to give up on this business, but do something else that brings you those pangs of inspiration and excitement. Does that make sense? And also another little bonus tip is, does your why, so you notice at the beginning of this live, I said, what is it that you sell and why, right? Does your why, which is basically your ultimate goal, does it even excite you anymore? That's my other question. Does it even excite you anymore? So Lauren says, took me over a year and a half to get to a point where I have regular weekly sales at the Tinkaporium. Yes, exactly. So that could be it. It could be that it might take you a little bit longer than it does that competitor that you've seen on Instagram, and this is why I always kind of say, like, really make sure you limit your competitor research. If you know you're prone to being like, oh, I really want to be like them, right? Make sure that you limit that, because actually it can be really damaging. Well, Steph, how come I'm not getting sales like this person is? Like, we're saying kind of like the same thing. How come I'm not getting sales? We're all on our own journey, right? We are all so different that comparing yourself to someone else is just going to make it even worse for you. Okay. Stacey, I've had a mini Steph on my shoulder reminding me to do half an hour towards my business every day, and it's so effective. Yes. And that is something that we do, that we teach inside of HBSA. If you can only give yourself half an hour a day on your business, but you're doing it consistently, then that is an amazing thing to do. Okay. One of us is crocheting, says, I don't get many views on my products, even though I upload to Instagram 2 times a week. I said I only get about 2 to 20 views a day. See, that is quite good. For 2 times a week to get 20 views a day is actually not bad. There are people out there who are uploading 5, 6, 7, 20 times a week, right? And also it could be that Instagram is not where your target audience is. Tell us more about your target audience, all right? Really think about that. Are they on Facebook? Are they on Instagram? Actually, a good thing for you guys to do is if you Google Instagram target audience, it will actually show you, because they do it for ads, because they want you guys to spend money on Facebook ads, Instagram ads. If you Google that, it will tell you like who their target demo is. And if that doesn't match up with who you're trying to reach, then there is going to be that disconnect. Just because someone else is telling you to upload on TikTok, on Instagram, doesn't mean that you should, right? It only means that you should if your target audience is there. Does that make sense? So, I mean, to be honest, guys, like I have been consistently uploading on my stories every single day, sometimes 4, 5, 6 times a day for the last, I want to say, I mean, I've missed a couple of days, but I want to say for the last 3, 4 months. And I will say that my views have gone bloop, like that. Like it does take consistency, and we're talking 3 to 6 months or more. Does that make sense? And someone says here, blimey, I wish I got 20 views per Instagram post. Exactly. So what is low to you might be high for someone else. And sometimes it just takes that reframe. Sometimes it just takes like being like, okay, actually, I'm comparing myself to these big people who have like 100K people on their account. And really, like, that's 20 humans, guys. Like, just ignore the word views and visits and all that kind of stuff for now. 20 humans have taken 30 seconds out of their day to click on your post, right? Does that make sense? Okay, it's 20 human beings. 20 human beings have gotten onto your post and have interacted with you. That is something to celebrate, right? Does that make sense? Like, seriously, guys, always remember that vanity metrics are a detriment to your business mental health. I'm just going to be honest. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. It doesn't matter about any of these vanity metrics, because that's really what they are. All it matters is that you are getting the right eyeballs to your products. Okay. I only had, I think, like 2,000, 3,000 followers before I started getting regular sales from Instagram, because I knew that, okay, these are 2,000, 3,000 people that are targeted. If I'd have waited to really get things going until I'd reached like 10K or had like 100 views or 50 views, I never would have gotten anywhere, right? Because I realized, and I'm sure that you guys do now as well, that it's human beings behind the screen, behind the numbers, behind the stats. It's the same with your Etsy stats and your own website views and stuff like that. If you're saying, oh, I only got on like 200 views this month, what the hell? Like, why I posted all this stuff? Why are people not clicking? Don't forget, it's 200 real people have interacted with you. That is something to celebrate. Our attention spans on the internet are so small right now that actually it's a great thing to just have those views and those clicks. And the next thing to ask yourself is, what can I do to engage those people? All the while getting new people in, but how can I engage those people? So I hope that was helpful, guys. I am going to probably call it a day now because I'm cooking alive. But I really, really hope this was helpful. And also, if you're watching on Instagram, do DM me. I want to hear your goals. I want to hear all about your business. Okay, last week we did this, and I got like, I think 15 DMs from all these different people coming in. It was amazing. It did take me a day or two to get back to them because there were so many. But if you DM me the word live, then I'll know that you've come from this live, and I will love to speak to you. Send me a voice note or type it out. Send me a DM. Tell me more about your business and about your goals, because I love talking about this stuff, as you can tell, because I said I was only going to do 15 minutes and I've been going for half an hour. One of us is crocheting, says thank you. Dicky Bird, thank you. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So guys, I really, really hope that you enjoyed this live. Don't forget, we're doing it again, the same time, the same place next week. And we're going to be talking about Pinterest next week. So that's going to be exciting. But for now, guys, I will catch you in the next live. Bye, Instagram. Don't forget to DM me live. And bye, Facebook. Have a fantastic day.